your person of interest. We're going to do a love spread where we basically compare the energy between you and the person that you're romantically interested in at this moment, dealing with. And we're going to look at intentions, emotions, feelings, the direction of where this is going to go, all that jazz, and then their side or their point of view in terms of their subconscious intentions, all that. If you want to see future readings, make sure that you're subscribed if you haven't already. And make sure you like the video and leave me a comment below to let me know if this resonated with you in any way. But going into your emotional state first, Cancers, I have the Hierophant, the Two of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups, not Page of Wands. So if this is a person you've been dealing with for some time, you could be looking at how serious they take the connection. You could be concerned with whether or not this person is, just wanting to do their own thing, or that your values don't necessarily match up. You could be at a place to where you value marriage, or you value long-term commitment, and they may still be in a space to where they're trying to figure some things out. Or it could be vice versa. Or certain things that life is demanding of you or your person is causing there to be issues with the commitment itself and it being upheld. So some of you could be questioning, like, okay, how much patience should I have for this foundation, or for things to get grounded between us two? It does also talk about, like, caring about this person, just feeling like things are just emotionally unsettling a lot of the times. If there's ups and downs that you guys have been facing, and maybe more of like petty communication, or you guys cared about each other, but the issue's starting to overpower the feelings. So I would say that you guys care about your person, but you may feel a bit uncertain about things. If this is a new person, you may be at a space to where you wonder kind of the same thing, like, is this person ready for a long-term relationship? Or would it be better suited for you to just kind of keep things casual? Now, going into your person's emotional state, what is my Cancer's person of interest, their emotional state when it comes to my Cancers? Now, if this is a person you've been dealing with for some time, their emotional state, they could be very reflective of where you guys have came from. So they do admire you. They do feel like you guys have like a history that shows and proves that you guys have like a deep bond and a deep connection. They could feel conflicted though, because if you've been having some problems, or if you guys have been going through some things, they compare the past to where you guys are at now. And they may feel like certain things are just getting to a point to where they don't know how to like get past it. If this is a newer person, they may be in a space to where you kind of challenge what they believe when it comes to their love life. They may have dated, some horrible people in their past. And with you coming into their life and showing them a different, point of view, they may feel conflicted about that and not knowing what to do with that. Now, going into intentions, what are my Cancer's current intentions for their person of interest? So your intentions, if this is a person you've been dealing with, to get understanding, especially if there has been this avoidance, or even this question around whether or not this person is being honest with you about certain things, your main intention right now is to get to a place of understanding and to move past this. If this is a newer person, kind of the same thing. You may want to be 100% sure that you're not being delusional about the connection that you feel with them, or that they're not exploring 20 different options and pursuing a whole bunch of different, people, or another situation just altogether, whether it's a whole bunch of people or not, to where, you put yourself out there emotionally and you guys aren't even on the same wavelength. So that may be your main intention, is to see, okay, is this person trustworthy? Is this person present with this connection? Now, when it comes to your person's intentions for you, what are my Cancer's person of interest, true intentions for them? Okay, this is a new person. to make sure that there's nothing to worry about. Nine of Swords in reverse is like, I don't want to be overly anxious. I don't want to overthink things. I don't want to read into stuff and, you know, assume X, Y, and Z. And with the Star card in reverse, yeah, they want to be hopeful. So for them, their intentions are to kind of see where things go, to be honest, over time, engage if it is safe enough for them to like pursue things wholeheartedly. If this is a person you've been dealing with, same thing. They may want to try to ease your mind as well. Whether this is a newer person or older person in your life, they want to ease your anxiety if they can tell that you also may have a hard time trusting that their intentions are pure. Now, let's go into the subconscious. Where are my Cancers at subconsciously when it comes to their person of interest? Okay, so you could be worried about the success of the relationship or the success of the connection. You could also be wanting this person to pay more attention to certain things, either the way that they communicate or their actions or, you know, the lack thereof. You could feel like there's certain things that they're, you know, slacking on. You may want them to, you know, show more attention or to be, like I said, more present. Or they may want that from you. So subconsciously, you could be wondering like, okay, do I have time for this if I'm trying to pursue my career? Or do they have time for me if they're trying to pursue their career? Will this work? These are the types of questions you're asking. When it comes to your person of interest, what are my Cancers' person of interest, subconscious thoughts and energy? So if this is a newer person, they could be thinking that you're maybe not as interested as them, and they have to be really careful about how they go about expressing their emotions or their feelings. If this is a newer person, they could be either reading into what you say or what you do, but they could be trying to gauge your emotional state. Like this is something that they do a lot subconsciously. Subconsciously too, a pattern that they're trying to work through is not trying to be overly in control of everything in a way where they're shut down or they're emotionally unavailable. They could also have like a deep fear of losing themselves. That could be why this person doesn't really express themselves much, is because it's like, if I give you that vulnerable piece of me, then that means you'll get a sense of control. Now, going into the direction of things, where are things headed for my Cancers when it comes to the person that they're dealing with romantically or romantically interested in? So if this is a newer connection, things are so for a lot of you, this is you guys finally getting a chance in the future to address where the imbalance may be in emotions, in showing up. You guys will have that conversation with your person that could either, you know, make things stronger, where it's like, okay, now I know what this person wants from me, so I'm gonna approach like X, Y, and Z. Or if you feel like this is something you constantly have to communicate with them, you could decide to kind of close off to them and decide not to pursue it. Whether this is a newer or older situation, I do see that where it's like, okay, either understanding leads to both of you guys getting peace of mind and moving forward, or you making a decision to step away if that's what you feel is best suited. Also, there may be a chance for you guys to address some sort of issue that could be still on either your mind or your person of interest mind. Four of Pentacles is like, I'm still kind of holding on to this problem. I don't feel like I can kind of let go of it yet. This could have been an issue that's been keeping you guys from connecting for a minute. Now, final advice for my Cancers. What do they need to hear? It's the final advice. So, final advice. Understand that energetically you can't control how people show up. Only thing that you can do is control how you respond. So if you are really trying to gauge a connection with someone, give them a chance to show you through their, actions and their consistency on how to meet them. That's how you remain balanced and in a place of clarity and understanding. Also, there could be a lot of issues within a existing connection that don't seem to be fixable, mainly because there's an underlying irritation that exists. This could be you being irritated with this person, where it's like, look, I feel like I'm better off just doing me. I care about you, but I feel like a lot of times I have to pick me over you or this connection. Or your person of interest, they could have that thought process. But understand that certain issues won't be able to be fixed until there is this uncovering of the underlying irritation or frustration. But this is what I see. I hope that this was helpful and to give you insight. If you enjoyed, definitely thumbs up the video, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.